In 2016, Elon Musk founded a company that would soon become one of the most talked about ventures in the world of technology and neuroscience. Its name, Neuralink. The mission to create a bridge between the human brain and computers. A device so advanced that it could restore lost abilities, treat neurological disorders, and even enhance human cognition. This is the story of Neuralink, a brain-computer interface that could change humanity forever. Neuralink is building a device called the Link. This is not just any piece of technology, it's a coin-sized chip designed to be implanted into the human brains. The Link is no ordinary chip, though it's a sophisticated brain-computer interface capable of both recording and stimulating neural activity. The Link is embedded under the skull, where it connects to the brain through a network of ultra-thin neural threads. These threads, thinner than a human hair, fan out into different regions of the brain, targeting areas responsible for motor skills, sensory perception, and even cognition. But here's the catch. These threads are so delicate that they can't be inserted by a human hand. That's why Neuralink developed a neurosurgical robot, a machine so precise it can place these threads with unparalleled accuracy. To understand how Neuralink works, we need to take a closer look at the brain itself. Our brains are made up of billions of neurons that communicate through electrical signals. When you think about moving your hands, for example, neurons fire electrical impulses that travels through your nervous system. Neuralink device taps into this process. The Link electrodes detect these electrical signals, capturing the brain's activity in real time, but it doesn't just record actions, it also captures the intent to act. In other words, even if you only think about moving your hand, Neuralink can detect that thought. Once the brain signals are captured, they are sent to a computer where the machine learning algorithm decodes them. These algorithms interpret the signals and translate them into commands, like moving a cursor on a screen or controlling a prosthetic limb. In January 2024, Neuralink reached a major milestone. It's the first human implantation. The patient, a 29-year-old man named Noland Arbaugh, is paralyzed below the shoulder. Just weeks after the surgery, Noland was able to use the Neuralink device to control a laptop. He played chess, browsed the internet, and even began learning French and Japanese, all by using his thoughts to manipulate the computer. But the journey wasn't without challenges. Early on, some of the neural threads retracted from Noland's brain, reducing the device functionality. However, Neuralink's team was able to stabilize the threads, and Noland's continued to use the implant with impressive results. More recently, a second patient named Alex received a Neuralink implant. Unlike Noland's, Alex's procedures went smoothly with no thread retractions. He's already using the device to play Counter-Strike 2, a fast-paced video game that requires precise control of both a mouse and keyboard. Now let's talk about what can Neuralink do. First, it has the potential to restore mobility to people with paralysis or amputations. By connecting the brain to prosthetic or exoskeletons, Neuralink could allow individuals to move and interact with the world in ways that haven't been able to for years. Second, it could revolutionize communication for non-verbal individuals. Imagine being able to type or speak using only your thoughts for someone with severe paralysis. This could be life-changing. Third, Neuralink could treat neurological disorders. By monitoring brain activity, the device could detect conditions like epilepsy, Parkinson's, or depression. It could even deliver targeted electrical stimulations to alleviate symptoms. And finally, Neuralink could enhance cognitive abilities. Elon Musk has described it as a Fitbit in your skull, capable of improving memory, focus, and learning. Let's understand the science behind Neuralink. To truly appreciate Neuralink's potential, we need to dive into a little deeper into the science. The brain contains around 80 billion neurons, each connected to thousands of others through synapses. These connections create an incredible complex network of electrical activity. Neuralink's technology is designed to detect and interpret this activity. Currently, Neuralink's device can record up to 10,000 neural connections, a significant leap from hundreds typically studied in an academic research. This allows for a much more detailed understanding of brain activity, paving the way for more precise interventions. But here is the challenge. Interpreting this data is no small feat. With billions of neurons firing in a complex patterns, decoding the brain signals requires advanced machine learning algorithms and artificial intelligence. So what's the next for Neuralink? The company has already received FDA approval for human trials and actively recruiting participants. As more patients receive the implant, we will gain a better understanding of its capabilities and limitations. In the coming years, Neuralink could transform medicine, communication, and even what it means to be human. But whether it becomes a force for good or a source of new challenges depend on how we choose to use it. Neuralink is more than just a technological breakthrough. It's a glimpse into a future where the boundaries between human and machines blur. It's a future where disabilities can be overcome, where minds can connect directly to computers, and where the very nature of human cognitive could be enhanced.